just put it to begin with this way. Lieutenant Carlton reporting for duty, sir. Fred, thank you for all of that. I got a phone call a little over 2 years ago from Fred. I hadn't heard from him, seen him in 20 years. He says, do you know what a benefit corporation is? And here we are. It's been a marvelous trip with the vision and the energy and the team that's come together, because I think we've got all of what we need. I serve in an alternate role as the chairman of the Doing Good Community Foundation, which is the related charitable foundation, which will be the receptacle for all of the charitable impulses for the different participating nonprofits. DGN raises it. We spend it on our participating nonprofit partners. Joining me on that board is our team member, Jonathan Angier, also known as JC. We've got a JD and a JC and an AP. And so we have an alphabet soup going. I'm also joined on that board by Veteran Community Foundation executives, Sheila Ogle from Cary and Raleigh, Elizabeth Fentress, who was the CEO for 20 years of the North Carolina Community Foundation, which is the leading community foundation in the state. I want to just say one thing. I had the pleasure and the privilege of practicing law for almost 20 years with two gentlemen named Terry Sanford and Jim Holzhauser, who we just lost. They taught me not to follow the money, but to follow the need. In any kind of enterprise, public or private, whatever the need is that's being served is where the motivation comes from. So you explore that need. And I think that's what Fred has taught us to do, to plumb the depths of the need here. And the participating nonprofits that we are fortunate to have as part of our team, and you're going to hear from some of them. But it's been my pleasure to get to know all of them, and in particular, the veterans organizations and the organizations supporting the military, because it's brought me back to an earlier part of my life and put me in touch with a time and a place and a feeling that I had not really lost along the way, but I just had to relocate. But we look forward to working with everybody, and we look forward to making things better.
Members of the media, family and friends, Mayor Williams, members of the cause-related community that is participating in our program, thanks for being here today. As you've heard, this fall, we're going to be turning over new ground in fundraising strategy by combining music challenge with fundraising. And we have a dual mission: to provide massive exposure for a group of aspiring North Carolina musicians, while also generating heightened public awareness and financial support for a group of North Carolina cause-related nonprofits who serve the needs of active military and veterans and their families. These needs are great and getting worse, not better, with mandatory budget cuts. While we are still in the process of recruiting our participating nonprofits, we have already identified, as Fred mentioned, 12 groups of diverse organizations that are making a genuine impact to improve by effectively carrying out their missions. They have chosen to assist with the military veteran cause. This list of participants is a work in progress. The groups named here have been invited and tentatively accepted to be participants in the fall Bands for Good Challenge. There may be more. I'm going to name them here, and I believe that the press will be getting a list of them with their contact information and website. Enable America, Hearts Apart, from Wilmington. They take portraits of soldiers and their families before they're deployed and send them off with it. Great stuff. Military Family Lifestyle Charitable Foundation. The North Carolina Heroes Fund. Purple Heart Homes. They've been in the press most recently with Andy Ladner and his group, and they've just dedicated a house to a disabled veteran here in the Raleigh area. Holly Springs?
Holly Springs.
Yeah. Purple Heart Homes, Rolling Thunder of North Carolina. Special Forces Association, Chapter 100 down in Bragg. Chris Rogers and his group down there. The Patriot Foundation, which you will hear more about here shortly, down in the Sand Hills. The U.S. Veterans Corps. Andy Ladner is here to represent them today. They do a lot of wonderful work, building homes, helping wounded warriors. The USO of North Carolina, which you'll hear about, the VFW of North Carolina, and the Vietnam Veterans of America. Today it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the leaders of 4 of our participating nonprofit organizations. Each person you will hear from today is a true American patriot. The work that they do individually is heroic, and the activities of the organizations they lead are critical in providing needed assistance to the military and veteran communities.